Okay, great. All right, so welcome. Welcome to Breaking Ground in Cabarete, your path to paradise in the DR. Tonight, we are going to be talking about the Travieso project, which is the newest and hottest project happening in Cabarete. And I'm so excited to share this with you because I really, truly think this project is amazing. And I just want everyone to know about it. And I can't wait to welcome you as my next neighbor in Cabarete. So with me tonight is Carlos Santana. Carlos is the director of finance for the project. He's going to jump
Hello.
in if need be, if I'm missing some details or there's questions that I can't answer, he's going to help us out tonight. So for those of you who do not know me, my name is Michelle Bordeaux, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about me really quickly. I am originally from Canada. I moved to the Dominican Republic in 1999. I learned to windsurf and decided to stay. I was a massage therapist. I had a solo massage therapy practice for quite a long time. In 2003, I purchased my first house. I then went on to become the owner and CEO of Endari Spa, which is still operating today, 13 years in. That's located in the Millennium Resort. And in 2015, I sold that first house and I purchased my second in Cabarete. So I've got some great stories and personal experience around real estate that's not just from a position of a realtor. I am also the organizer of the largest women's water sport event in the Caribbean, which is called the Cabarete Butterfly Effect. And we will be hosting our 16th annual event this summer. And in 2021, I joined the team here at Realtor DR. So now that you know a little bit about me, I want to make sure that you are in the right house, the right place. So how many have seen Harry Potter? You remember the sorting hats in Harry Potter when they chose to put you in the different houses? So let's go through this and let's just make sure that Travieso is going to be the right project for you. So Travieso is going to be for you if you are interested in purchasing property in the Dominican Republic. All right. It's going to be for you if you love or have any interest in water sports at all whatsoever. All right. Travieso is for you if Cabarete lifestyle appeals to you. And if you've been here on vacation before, you know it, you love it, and now is your chance to get in on a great property. All right. Travieso is for you if getting in on the ground floor of a development before anyone else does is ideal for you. Travieso is also for you if winter is not your thing. It is not my thing, hence why I left Canada 25 years ago. Travieso is for you if having an investment in a stable foreign country works for you and your investment portfolio. If you're planning for your retirement, or if you're looking for a property that's going to have great rentability. All right. So if you fall into one of these categories, you're in the right place. Don't go anywhere. Let's find out more. So why the Dominican Republic? If there's any of you who are on here who found us through Facebook and you're curious, you're just curious about the Dominican Republic. The Dominican Republic is in the Caribbean. We are an island. We are right between Cuba and Puerto Rico. We are on the island of Hispaniola, which we share with Haiti. We are the second largest nation after Cuba in size. And there's about just over 20 million people total on the island. So we have a wonderful, vibrant culture. Dominican people are incredibly happy and want to share their culture with foreigners. There are obviously gorgeous landscapes, warm weather year round. You do get more for less in your real estate investment and for your short-term Airbnb. We have here in Cabarete Sosua an incredibly diverse international community. And it's wonderful and welcoming between all of the Dominicans here and all of the international immigrants. It is a wonderful melting pot. There is great food in Cabarete, and you have the island life, the beaches. We are the water sport capital of the Caribbean. I could go on and on. There are so many reasons to love the Dominican Republic and to choose Cabarete as a destination to purchase your next property. So choosing a knowledgeable realtor to guide you. This is really critical. It's really important. And I want to let you in a little bit on Realtor DR. So Realtor DR has now been around. We are in our third year. It is an incredible real estate company that's been created and spearheaded by two amazing Canadians. Our group of realtors on team are diverse, as well as they represent Cabarete and Sosua. And we can support you in all of the ways. So whether it's purchasing, not just purchasing, but learning about what it means to purchase real estate in a foreign country, assistance when you are finally signing your papers, every step of the way we are with you, and every step of the way after you purchase, we're still with you, because the questions don't end and the support also doesn't end. So we just want to encourage you, if you don't know much about Realtor DR, take a moment, look into us, and we'll happily answer any questions you have. All right, so let's dive in. Let's get into Travieso. All right, here we go. Cabarete. For those of you who know, you know. But for those of you who don't, Cabarete is located on the north coast of the Dominican Republic. It offers an incredibly vibrant mix of beauty, amenities. We've got great beaches, which are perfect for water sports like kiteboarding, surfing. We have an amazing surf break. We've got a lively nightlife, and we've tons of bars and restaurants. That international immigrant community also brought all of its food too. So we have the benefit of having great local Dominican Caribbean food along with an international cuisine. The community here is diverse and welcoming. We have tourists and locals alike, and it's a great dynamic, inclusive atmosphere, okay, where people from different backgrounds enjoy this laid-back Caribbean lifestyle. Okay, here's Travieso. So as you can see here, here's Cabarete downtown. All right, this is the location of the project. For those of you who know Cabarete, the project is located between Kite Beach and Encuentro, and the entrance to Encuentro. Okay, it's this beautiful large section here. For those of you who know, there is a law here where you cannot build 60 meters from the water. Okay, so that means that nothing can be built on this stretch of beach right here. All right, which means that Travieso will have an uninterrupted view of the water. How wonderful is that? All right, again, a few more landmarks just for you to get your bearings. Here's our Kite Beach. Here's Cabarete Bay. All right, here's where Travieso is going to be located. And here is our world-class surf break at Encuentro, Playa Encuentro. Okay, so we are very, very close to everything. I want to talk a little bit about what sets Travieso apart from other projects and or any other development. So this is why I have become so passionate about Travieso. So the developers, two of which we have on here today, they're prioritizing environmental sustainability and community safety. So they've identified all of the trees on the property, all right? And the ones that are indigenous and are very old and beautiful are being earmarked, and they will be preserved. They even changed, okay? They changed the entire layout of the front part of the project to accommodate a beautiful, majestic tree that could not be taken down. I mean, who does that? You know, these are the things, you know, ideals that I value in my life, and I'm happy to know that this development also values those same things. It's important to me when I make such a big purchase. You know, I want to be doing it with a group of people who feel and value the similar things that I do. All right. They're also working with city council to make sure that Travieso is safe, that the road there, you know, you saw that stretch there. That's a big, long stretch coming right out of downtown, and people tend to speed up there. And they're working with the city council to help create a beautiful roundabout that will just naturally and seamlessly help slow traffic down, yet not impede movement back and forth between Cabarete and Sosua. And they're already supporting local events even before breaking ground. So this is a group of people who is not just here to do a one and done. They are a group of people who are looking to be a part of the Cabarete community and to support and enhance everything that happens here. They've also got a really hot location. So it offers super easy access to all the different water sports. You're steps away from Kite Beach. You're 4 minutes to the center of Cabarete, 5 minutes to Playa Encuentro. It doesn't get any better than that. All right. And they also have come up with an incredibly thoughtful design. You know, one of the main architects on this project is an avid surfer. And, you know, he really put his experience and his thoughts into how this project could look in order to make sure that it serves the people, the lifestyle of Cabarete the best. So they've created this amazing, I'll show you it when we get into the layouts, but a wet deck patio area. Because when you come back from the beach, nobody wants to bring the beach in the house. You want the beach outside. And they've created this incredible deck where you can rinse off and shower before you even hit your front door. There's also equipment lockers available for those of you who kite, wing foil, surf, who don't want to be lugging their equipment back and forth on the airplane. They've got lockers for you for available for purchase. Okay. And then the project is also pet friendly. For those of you who love your four-legged furry friends, there are not a lot of places that are pet friendly. So this being one of them, any of you who are dog and cat lovers, hi, Travieso is going to be for you. All right, let's get into the master plan. All right. So this is what it's going to look like from a layout point of view. I'll get into the nice renders in a little bit, but just to give you an idea of the layout. Again, this is the main road over here. We're going to be entering, there's going to be commercial spaces here. All right, then there's going to be a succession of different buildings that work their way towards the back of the property. Okay, we start with, so here we've got the commercial space, then we've got the lobby and the plaza. Okay, they want to create community. They want to create a place where people will be coming in and out regardless of whether they happen to live in Travieso. So it's a place for people to meet and have a coffee, have lunch together, you know, go to a shop or two. All right. As we come in here, all right, we're getting into the ocean units. All right, then we've got our cocoa units. We've got our kite units on either side here. Okay, the surf units and then the wave. Okay, the wave and then the surf's here in the middle. Okay, there's going to be main pool. It's going to be all the way up through the middle. There's going to be a bar, lounge, social, gym space for owners only. Okay, jogging track, pedestrian access, and parking will be located here on the side. So this gives you a nice general overview of what it looks like. Let's dive deeper. Okay, this is the plan for how, as it's being built, okay, will be finished. So what is up for sale right now that you'll learn more about in just a few moments is this section here that you see in sort of pink. Okay, this is going to be phase 1. That's going to be estimated completion time is December 2025. Okay, and then here we have the second stage, which is going to be April 2026. And then the third and final stage over here, which is going to be December 2026. Okay, so there's different phases that will be released as we go. Look at this beautiful design. I'm so excited to see this come to fruition because for me, design is incredibly important to me. And I'm so excited to see design that has been so well thought out with so much natural components to it and that feels organic yet majestic at the same time. Here's a view from the backside. So this would be from the backside looking towards the commercial spaces here. Okay, there's a little slight change here in that the commercial buildings will not be so high. They decided to bring it down in order to make sure that the view to the water was not impeded by the commercial spaces. All right, here's another view from the side view. From one
Yes, but only one thing to add, Michelle.
Sure.
In the top of the commercial, we are going to have a terrace. So the bar, the restaurant are going to have a terrace up the floor, and you're going to have the view of the sea, and
Yes.
that will be great.
That will be wonderful. Yes. So anyone coming for lunch or for dinner or for a coffee is going to be able to take that upstairs and enjoy the view to the ocean. Okay. And here are again some ideas of what those restaurant spaces could look like, the gym. Okay, here is an idea of what your room could possibly look like. and some of the green spaces, your patio spaces. The patios on most of these units are quite ample. They're very large, which is wonderful. All right, let's get into the different kind of units that we have. So here at Travieso, you have the option to purchase 1, 2, or 3 bedroom units. They have different sizes depending on which building they might happen to be in. And there are some optional goodies for some of them, especially for some of the penthouse units. But some of those optional goodies can also extend to other units that are not on the penthouse, and we will get into that. Okay, so here we go. Here's another look at what the project looks like from above. Okay, again, our commercial space is here. Okay, here's our ocean units. All right, the cocoa units. And then we work our way back towards the kite, surf, and wave units. All right, here's our ocean units. So these 2 front buildings, each of these here is going to have a quick little idea of where they're happening inside the building. So the ocean buildings, these will have views, because unimpeded views out to the water, okay? They're the 2 buildings in the front, 151 square meters in total. You can see on here, there's 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, okay? And they have 112 square meters of interior area with 39 square meters of balcony area. These balconies are beautiful and wonderful to maximize your indoor-outdoor living. Okay, and you can see there's a little difference here between the 1st floor and the 4th floor. And the 4th floor has the possibility to have 60 square meter roof terrace. Okay, moving back to our cocoa. So this is buildings 2 and 6. So here on either side in the middle. So we've got our 1-room units, which have 1 room, 1 bathroom. You can see you've got a big, beautiful bedroom here with an ensuite bath. Okay, there is gorgeous living area, ample kitchen. It's not tiny. So you've got 57 square meters internally with another 27 square meters outside, giving you a lovely size for a 1-bed unit. 1-bedroom units don't tend to come with that much space. So that's a wonderful asset when investing even in a 1-bedroom unit. The kite units. So here we've got 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. So again, the total area is 112 square meters. Okay, very generous. 77 square meters inside, 35 outside. Okay, and they're coming out here. You can see we've got 2 side-by-side bedrooms, all right, each with their own ensuite bathroom, access to both of them out to either the living room or the dining kitchen area. Okay, and again, here's that beautiful balcony we were talking about before. Look at all of that space to have an entire other outdoor living area. That's fabulous. And located over here near the entrance is going to be your shower, your outdoor shower. All right, here's your surf units. And again, for everyone, you will be receiving this entire presentation with all of these layouts after the webinar. You'll probably land in your inbox tomorrow morning. So don't worry about trying to screenshot anything. You're going to get everything. Okay, so here we have 89 square meter units. Okay, so a little bit smaller, 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom units. Okay, we've got 68 square meters. That's still really generous inside. You can see you'll have a primary and a secondary type of bedroom. Okay, so they won't be of equal size. With a nice walk-in closet into your primary bathroom, and still with a gorgeous 21 square meters of balcony area. These are great. So the wave unit back into the center. All right, you have 91 square meter, 2-bed, 2-bath units. Again, 91 square meters total, almost 80 square meters inside and 13 on the outside. So you can tell this balcony is a little bit smaller, but still, look, it's almost the entire size of the living room area exists outside for you to have a second outdoor living area. All right, show me the money.
Before going to that,
Yeah.
a comment that Juanra says, all the apartment look to the pool or to the beach. All the apartment has a view.
Yes,
All the apartments have a view.
Absolutely. They absolutely have a view. When we get over here, so come on over here. So let's see, what is it going to take for us to get in to one of these units? So if we look at the cocoa units, the ones up at the front, okay? Here is our most economic unit. Third floor, 92 square meters, 1 bedroom, okay, 2 baths and 1 parking. $214,400. That's amazing. And you can see there are different sizes, there are different floors at different price points, but that's our entry level price point here to get in, okay? It's very, very easy to come to the table. We have 5,000 to reserve, okay? And then we make our down payment, 50% under construction. So here, they've made it incredibly easy for you and created flexibility on how you can pay that 50% during the course of construction. You can choose to pay it in 24 installments, in 18, or in 12, whatever's going to work best for you over the amount of time you'll have during the construction process. And then finally, there'll be a last 25% upon delivery. So this can make it really easy and flexible for you to come in and become a part of Travieso sooner than maybe you thought was possible. Now, what you can see here, down here in the yellow, okay, is the available roof terrace. So now there is a possibility to purchase extra square footage for your unit. Okay, so if you were interested in a penthouse and you want to add another 55 square meters in the ocean building, which is the front ones, okay, it's going to cost you another $27,500, but you are going to get the size almost of another 1 bedroom unit of its interior up on the roof. All of the rooftop terraces are set up for jacuzzis. Jacuzzis are not included. Okay. But you have the ability to purchase one and add it there. The setup is already there. And there is, and there's also a possibility, for example, if you are, say, going to buy a cocoa unit, say you're looking to purchase a 3rd floor unit, okay, at our entry level price, but want to sort of maximize it. There is also the possibility that this extra terrace, so in the cocoa buildings, it's 25 square meters of extra space for someone on the 3rd floor, the 2nd floor, or the 1st floor to purchase that extra rooftop terrace space. There is access from the common main stairwell, just so that you know, you don't obviously, and the penthouses have the option to create an internal stairwell or remove the stairwell from the interior and have just access from the outside. So those of you thinking about the penthouse, you will have options. And those of you looking to get maybe a smaller unit can still have the incredible penthouse rooftop terrace views in addition to your unit. Okay, so for anyone who's interested in knowing more about that, we can get into that during the Q&A, and I can bring up another slide and show you what that rooftop terrace could look like. Okay. All right, moving in. Rental potential. Okay, so yes, we're going to buy this amazing unit, but I'm not ready to be down there full time yet. I'm just looking to use my amazing property while I'm on vacation because I am done paying someone else's mortgage, and I'm going to use my unit while I'm on vacation, and the rest of the time I would love for it to pay for itself. Well, welcome to Cabarete, welcome to Travieso, which is going to be incredibly attractive for that, and I'm going to show you how. All right, this is one amazing thing that we do here at Realtor DR, which is we do the math for you. There's no better math than math you didn't have to do. So this is what we do at Realtor DR. We take care of this for you. And just here, I want to show you. So I've chosen the 2-bedroom to focus on today. Okay, so we're gonna zoom in on the 2-bed. I do have the 1 and the 3 here. We also have long-term rental versus short-term rental. However, for the purposes of this webinar, I'm going to show you the short-term only. We're going to break it down. And then for anybody who wants all of the math, not a problem. You reply to the email that you're going to be sent tomorrow, and all of the math will be presented to you, and you won't have to do it. So let's have a look here. This is what all this stuff means. So here we're looking at a 2-bed, 2-bath, purchase price being $228,600. All right, I've guesstimated. So some of these things I get to guesstimate, but I guess that you would probably be spending at least 18,000 to furnish. These units come with all of the white goods, okay, meaning your appliances, your air conditioning, okay, but you will need to provide the sofa, the dining table, your beds, your sheets, all of that stuff, okay? So I estimated for a 2-bed apartment, 18,000 healthy budget. And then we also calculate for you, okay, what your title transfer tax is going to be, and then what your potential legal fees could be so that you know all of the cash that's going to be required from you. Because we always know, we have to remember that it's not just the price of the property, there's a few other things that come with it. And so we've taken care of doing that math for you. Now, what we see here is that we can create a monthly income of almost $2,700 a month. Okay, and how do we do that? All right, Cabarete and Sosua have high seasons and we have low seasons, obviously. So we have times when occupancy is going to be very, very high. We have times when it's going to be lower. And our beautiful, wonderful, calculation here, this incredible Excel sheet, which was done by the amazing Thomas Delar in our office. I have to give him a shout out for that. Calculates those two different possibilities. So here I've estimated that the 2-bedroom will garner 170 a night. It could be a little bit more, could be a little bit less, depends maybe on how you furnish it as to what your unit may rent for. But this is for exercise purposes, 170 a night in high season, 130 a night in low season. Okay, we've also calculated the occupancy around 60%. If you go on AirDNA or do any sort of Google searches of the average occupancy here on the North Coast, we are sitting right around 60%. Now, your unit could do much better than that, depending on how you choose to run it. So we've created a wonderful sheet here where you can see the differences in that. All right, so here we go. Looking here. So here's what we've guessed. All right, we've guessed that you're going to make about 7.8%. Okay, this is with an average nightly rate that we've chosen, okay, at 60% occupancy. Now you can see here easily that you could earn more than that. All right, if you put a slightly higher investment into the quality of furniture and the service you give your guests on Airbnb or with your property management company, you could make potentially more than that. Or maybe you want to use it a lot. And maybe you're going to be sitting down here, but you're still going to be cash flow positive. And that's the thing I want you to know is that once you've acquired this unit, it should not cost you money if you choose to rent it out and have it produce income for you. So how amazing is that to own a property in the Caribbean that once it's yours and you have furnished it and set it up, it will pay for itself and make you money. Yes, check. Thank you. So here we've got, you can see you'll have the annual income, your annual expenses. Now, we've also chosen to show you here, you want to manage it yourself. Here's your hands off. Here's your self-managed profit. Okay, here in the orange. And here's if you choose to use a property management company. Of course, they're going to need to be paid for their services, but you can see the difference between both. And it gives you an idea of what is possible when you invest in, say, a 2-bedroom unit. All right, here we go. Let's look at how could my property appreciate over a couple of years. So you can see you've got your cumulative investment here, okay? Your cash on cash ROI, okay, this is what we're looking at coming through year 5, year 10, year 15. Your property value is going to be going up, okay? You can see at year 5, you came in, okay, it cost you all in $255. Now your property has a value of $314,000, almost $315,000 in 5 years. Okay, and that is based on, on rates that we see of increase in value for properties in the area. Okay, so again, here's our net operating income that will also go up as time goes on, as the property becomes more well known, as you get return, clientele visiting your unit. All right, and this here is showing you at the 5-year mark. Okay, this would be your return if you sold it in 5 years. Okay, you would make $144,500. That is sound. And we're happy to walk you through all of the details of this. But again, for webinar purposes, you will receive this. You can go over it at your leisure, and we're happy to walk through it with you. But as you can see, this is a win-win investment. Okay, again, our whole breakdown goes through all of this detail, okay? It's showing you any additional costs. And for those of you who like look at a graph and go, I don't like it, we also have all of the detail and all of the data explained here at the end, okay? So you can see by looking at the sensitivity analysis of this property, just a 10% increase in your occupancy and average nightly rate, your profit could net 10.7% annual ROI on your full cash on cash investment. That makes me smile. Here's a little global view of what a Travieso 1-bedroom unit and the 3-bedroom units could gain for you. Okay, we're looking at a 6.6% cash on cash investment for both of them. Obviously, the amount of money to get into each of the units is different because we have a 1-bedroom on one side, a 3-bedroom on the other. But again, you can see how your investment in Travieso could very quickly start paying for itself. And this is also one of the big differences we do for you here at Realtor DR. We make sure that you are in full knowledge of what your property can do for you if you so choose to step into, you know, having it as a small business for yourself. All right. So investing in real estate in the Dominican Republic, it offers a unique opportunity to capitalize on the country's growing tourism sector and affordable property prices. We have attractive rental yields, and it all happens here in this amazing Caribbean setting, okay? And this is one of my favorite quotes by Roosevelt, all right, which is real estate cannot be lost or stolen, nor can it be carried away. Purchased with common sense and paid in full, managed with reasonable care, it is about the safest investment in the world. And what would it mean for you to be able to create an investment in the Caribbean, for you to be able to use your investment to create amazing joy for yourself when you're on vacation, knowing that this is yours and it is growing and it is doing you a favor. We all know that since COVID and inflation, our money just sitting in our savings accounts in our banks is not doing us any favors right now. So being smart, being wise, forward thinking is incredible. And also, time is the one thing that we can never get back. It is the one thing we can never get back. And if this is something that has been on your heart, if this is something that you have always wanted to do, just jump into a property somewhere in the Caribbean, and you've had that dream sitting on your heart, the time is now. It is not time to wait and sit back and see. I can tell you, as someone who has lived in Cabarete for 25 years, I am a homeowner twice over, and my investment in real estate has been the absolute smartest thing I ever did for myself financially. This is an incredibly stable government, stable country that welcomes foreign investment. So with Carlos, we have come up with a little bit extra, a little zhuzh, a little something to make it so that you can't say no. So welcome to the Travieso Realtor DR exclusive incentives. These incentives are only available to this incredible group of people on this webinar. So if you're watching this later on YouTube, I'm so sorry. However, for those of you who are here tonight and who have signed up and who are watching this on replay, and you've got the replay because you signed up, this is what we can get for you today. So you can reserve with only $1,000. If you remember the red sheet back there, the reservation amount was $5,000. And within 30 days, then you got to pay the rest of the 25% minus that $5,000. So for you today, we can get you in with only $1,000. for that 30-day stretch until the 25% is due upon signing. Okay. And you get to take $5,000 off the total price of any unit. That is incredible. It is an amazing incentive. Okay. This is only going to be valid for a month. So that means there is urgency. And if this is at all remotely interesting to you, do not miss out on this advantage. Right? Because this is, again, it is not available to anyone else and it will go away. All right. So it is time now for us to open up the floor. So here is where all of the gems are going to happen. And we are going to get into our chat and our questions. So let me stop sharing my screen here so we can get a better sense of the chat. All right. So thanks, Mariana. She wasn't really so much as a question as a wonderful project in the comments section there. So for everybody, it is time. Let us know what questions you have about this incredible project. Because now is your chance to not only ask myself as a realtor, but we've got Carlos is here as well to answer any questions regarding any of the finances as well as the project in general. So the HOA costs. So I believe that, Carlos, we don't have it determined yet as to what the HOA costs are going to be, correct?
Yeah, but our best estimation is $2 per meter square.
Yes, and that is the calculation that I used on all of the rental calculations as far as that cost. Okay, so for example, our one-bedroom unit at $214,400. Okay, with I think a square meter is 91,
yeah,
92, something like that. So your HOA for that unit is going to be $184 per month. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's
Yes.
more or less an estimated idea of what you're looking at. Okay. 200, for some of the 2 bedrooms, obviously it varies a little bit because some of the sizes is different. Okay. So Luke also had that question. Luke and Dave, you guys are on the same train of thought. All right. What else do we got here? All right. So you know that you get to furnish these amazing units yourself. Okay. But again, the appliances are provided. The AC units are provided in the bedrooms. There are hookups for one in the living room if you would like to add extra air conditioning there. However, not everyone does. Some people would like to just have a ceiling fan and enjoy the beautiful breeze off the terrace. We must have done a really great job because, I don't see too many. There we go. Stefan, yes. HOA, $2 per square meter. It's interior, exterior for the entirety, correct?
Yes, yes. You pay $2 for each meter square of your apartment for the exterior and something of the interior. Yeah.
Yeah. Do we have any other questions coming up here? Let's see. We've got still have a wonderful 26 people on. Let me know what else we can answer for you. Does anyone have any questions about real estate in the DR? Happy to answer those as well. It is a walk-up, Sasha. So yes, they're going to go with stairs for this unit because elevators here can be very precocious and difficult to maintain when they are that close to the ocean.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's not exactly a mortgage option. Stefan, would you like me to speak about financing in general in the country or the way that the payments are spread out over construction? Both. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go pull up that. I'm going to share my screen again. We're going to go back to here. And I'm going to back us up. Whoop, that one. Okay. So in the country in general, it is not very easy to acquire financing in this country. So generally, financing through a bank in the Dominican Republic for pre-construction projects is not possible. So I'd highly recommend if you needed to create some sort of financing beyond the spread of payments over the course of construction. If you have access to other sorts of equity or funds outside of this country, I highly recommend attempting to use that as your source. Because here, unfortunately, finding financing is not as easy as it is back, say, in the United States or in Canada. Okay, so if we go through this process here, okay, we look at, we'll stick with our 1 bedroom at 214 here. Okay, so for you, it'll be 1,000 down. And then the rest coming up to that 25,000, that 25% down payment, that will happen within 30 days. So if you decide on June 1st to step in and you're going to reserve the unit of your dreams, you'll have 30 days in order to get everything organized. And as your realtor, I will assist you with that, as well as the legal department. With Travieso, we would organize your contracts, have them approved by you. You would be moving money into the escrow account of your lawyer, and then we would get together, sign, funds would be transferred, and you would create your first 25% down payment. Then over the course of, say, depending, on which unit you want to build. So if it's between now and December 2025, we break down that number of months, and then you can choose 24, 18, or 12 different payments over that course of time. So depending on whenever you step in. So if you're watching this later and say you stepped in December, okay? So in December 2024, if you're watching this later, you would have, 12 months in which to split up, okay, the 50%. You can see for our unit here, this 1 bedroom, that amounts to $107,200, okay? So again, this is what it would look like if you made 24 payments, 18, or 12, okay? And then here, this would not be $53,600 if you jump in with our wonderful incentives today, okay? It will be, or that 48,600 would be your last payment, which would be on delivery when you got your keys, okay? So that's how that's going to be broken down. And this is our example unit here, okay? So Stefan, did that answer your question? Yes or no? I don't have the Q&A here, so someone needs to.
He said yes.
Yeah. Okay, great.
Yeah.
All right. So furniture packages. There are no furniture packages for sale at the moment or organized. However, if I get to be your realtor, that's my happy place. And I would love to help you furnish your unit. It is something that I absolutely love to do. I am an incredible resource. I know where to find everything. And I can absolutely help you with that. So just know. Yes. So Stefan, we answered that. Going back to the chat. Yes, Thomas, that is a very nice payment plan. Do you want, I'll go back and show more pictures of the development. Absolutely. Let's go back to the screen share. Go back. I know I went through those renders pretty quick for you. Okay, let's bring this back up. Okay, so again, we're going to walk backwards through our floor plans. Okay, so here you go. You can see. Okay, so this is for Demond. So here's some more pictures of. These are beautiful terraces here, your ground floor terrace. You can see you've got, some beautiful green space here that will be landscaped in. The landscaping will be complete with the build. Okay. Here's an idea of what your bedroom could look like. Again, here's some of the common spaces. This is for owners only, that the gym is not available for outside people. The commercial spaces will be. So the restaurants and shops and things like that will be available to the public, but your gym space will be just for owners. Okay.
Yep.
Yep. And here coming back, remember this is the view from towards the back of the project, looking forward towards the ocean. That's the ocean there on the other side. Okay, this is from the front looking in, coming through the middle. And again, here's a look at the layout. So again, this whole front end, obviously in December 2025, your common areas will be completed. Okay, so the main swimming pools will be done, as well as the parking along this side. All of this will be completed. Okay. Yeah, it is going to be great green spaces. And I'm so excited to see that tree that gets to be saved.
Yeah, and also in the parkings, we are going to have trees. If you see the
Yeah.
parking lots, every three parkings you have a tree, trees. So the already when you park your car, you are gonna feel like you are in a park.
Yes. Yeah, so it's not going to feel like you're in a hot asphalted
Yes,
area to the side, lonely and forgotten. It's actually an integrated part of the development so that all of your experiences as soon as you enter into Travieso are going to be calm, relaxed. That's how everybody gets to be when they're in Cabarete.
yes,
All right. Okay, do we have any other? We've done a great job. Okay. We do not have a ton of questions. Okay, is there anything else from anybody before?
yes. How many total units
Oh, we have
is?
72, is there not?
Yes, 72.
72 total units. And on the current availability of the units that have been released, there are, I believe I counted 39 that are completely free.
Yes,
So of the initial units that have been released, everybody, there are a number that have been sold and there's a whole bunch that are under reservation currently. So it is also not a time to sit back and think. We've given you every reason in the world to move forward. So, all right, if we don't have any more questions, we are
yeah.
going to,
We have more questions.
do we have
Is
another
the
one? Oh,
Yeah,
great. Oh, in the
is
Q&A,
the
there.
is the public allowed in the common spaces? No. The pool, the gym, the yoga space is only for the proprietors.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, I'm going to get out of here because I can't see Q&A when I'm in screen share. Okay, there we go. Yes, pets.
It's allowed is another one.
Okay. Yeah. Those are the prices for phase one. Could there be a little raise for the subsequent phase? Director of Finance, will the prices be going up during the different phases? Because we've got phase one, then phase two, and phase three.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. In the second phase, we think rise in the price. Yes, absolutely, yes.
Yeah. So again, everyone, this is the time to get in. This is when you get to be decisive, move forward, and make your dream of owning property here reality. And for some of you who are on here, this is a great investment. So for those of you who already own property here, and I know there's a few of you on here that already do, this could be a consideration of what your next step gets to be. Okay. Yeah, do we have any other questions? Lockers. So Carlos, where are the equipment lockers going to be located?
Okay, now we have lockers. The penthouse has lockers, and the extra space in the penthouse has also lockers. So if you buy an extra space, you have lockers. We are working to use a little space in the commercial in the first floor of the commercial space to have
Yep.
extra locker to sell, but we haven't defined it yet. But
Okay.
for now, you have lockers in the penthouse and the extra space in the penthouse too.
Great. Will there be, so property taxes? Okay, so property taxes are generally, Sasha, 1% of the value of the property registered in what's called the DGII here, which is kind of like the IRS of the Dominican Republic. Okay, so that gets paid. You can pay it in two installments or it can be paid once per year. Okay, and we've calculated that. If you want, Sasha, when you get the presentation in your email, in your inbox, you can look and see that your property taxes have been calculated in that rental analysis. Okay. Restaurants, yes, absolutely will be accessible to the outside public. That's why they're up at the front. And Carlos, correct me if I'm wrong, but a big idea of Travieso is to create community, to have people from outside Travieso coming into
Yeah.
those social spaces and creating energy and life and connection, right?
Yes, absolutely. But also the proprietors will have a discount in the restaurant and coffee for being part of the project. It's
Okay,
not the same price as outside people.
wonderful. Wonderful. Will there be security? So odds are, Jose, normally, yes, every development will have security. Once all the property has been sold, all of the homeowners will then will be creating their own homeowner association, and they will be deciding from that moment on what they would choose to do for security wise. But most large developments tend to hire a condo ready property management company who takes care of all of the security. And generally, and
Yes,
we've got wonderful companies here that do provide security, and most developments choose to have 24/7 security. So generally at the entrances, one roaming and some at if there's multiple entrances there. Okay.
yes, yeah, that's correct.
So we've got will there be Wi-Fi in the common areas?
Look,
I'm gonna
We
guess.
don't, we don't. I don't think so. We're gonna have Wi-Fi in the common areas, but the commercial maybe has Wi-Fi.
So I would imagine you can pop up to the cafe and get some Wi-Fi
Yeah,
versus, yeah,
yes.
versus at the pool, for example. So we've got a question from Felicia. Hi, Felicia. How many commercial properties will be on site within the property? So how many different businesses can we accommodate up there, Carlos?
We are planning four, and we are planning a restaurant, a cafe, a pharmacy, or something that fair necessity, and a kite or surf school. That's the fourth thing we want. We don't want any discotheque. We don't want anything that make noise.
Great. Okay, where's the nearest hospital? Great question, Patrick. So we have an urgent care clinic called CMC, which is approximately 10 minutes from the project. Okay, the Dominican Republic now has a great and functioning 911 service, which is fairly new. It's only been around for, I think, 3 or 4 years now, maybe 4 or 5. So we have 911. The nearest major hospital would be Puerto Plata, which would be a 30 to 40-minute drive away, depending on the time of day. And then after that, you would move to the next largest city, which is Santiago, which would be an hour and a half. So yes, absolutely. There's healthcare available. I know that's an important question for any of our buyers who are sort of getting up there in age. They want to know that they can be taken care of when they're here for the winter if something should happen. So absolutely. Absolutely. And just so that, that everyone knows, it is very easy if you are a foreign national, okay, if you will be an international immigrant here, you are not required to have residency or citizenship in order to purchase property here. The government of the Dominican Republic has made it very, very easy and accessible for foreigners to own property here. They welcome all foreign investment and make many incentives for that to happen. Now, for those of you who do love Cabarete, you just have to know that there has been so little available. For us realtors, it's always like, oh, we're like, can I get a 1-bedroom in Cabarete? No, is usually the answer. And now we have it. We have this available to you. This is the first time that we have had this much amazing inventory in Cabarete in a very, very long time. And most of the inventory in Cabarete, if it happens to be inside the bay, you are starting at over, well over $400,000. Most of the time, well over 500,000. So for us to be able to get you ocean view at Travieso at the prices that are available to you is also incredible. So from a realtor perspective, sharing that with you as potential buyers, do know that the price points that Travieso is coming in at are very, very reasonable, and they are on point and even under based on the general average price of homes or apartments that you can get in Cabarete. So we have a question from Andy, nearest airport. Yeah. So Cabarete, you fly into POP, all right, which is the Gregorio Luperon Airport, which is only 20 to 25 minutes away, depending on traffic coming through Sosua. And property taxes, yep, Sasha, I answered that one. So that is the 1%, which is called your EP. All right, great. We've had 24 questions so far. Well done, everyone. Okay. Do we have anything else from anybody? Let us know quickly before we wrap this up and say good night. What do we have? Anything? Oh, here we have a wonderful question. Carlos, you get to answer this one. Can you share the etymology or the backstory of naming the project Travieso?
Well, yes. We had the name Wavefront, but Gerardo, that is the designer that put the surface designer of us,
Yeah.
he say, I want to name it Travieso. And Travieso in English is like they're like a playful person,
Yes.
like something
Playful and a little
like
mischievous, a little bit naughty.
yes.
But in a
And
playful way.
that's cabarete. In the morning you go to surf, in the afternoon you go to kite, in the night you go to dance. So Travieso is the name for that describes cabarete, absolutely.
Wonderful. Yeah. So I really like that name, and I think it absolutely does represent the energy and the character of our wonderful, active,
Cabarete, yes.
funky little town we have here.
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
All right. Well, I think, oh wait, do we have another question? Are there generators? Are we going to have generators, Carlos? Plantas.
Yes, yes, yes,
Yeah, absolutely, Felicia. Because
yes,
nobody wants you to to get sweaty at 2 a.m. when the power might happen to go out. It doesn't go out as much anymore, but it still does. So no one has to lose power, lose anything that's in their fridge, or God forbid, get super sweaty in the middle of the night. So yes,
yes. We'll
we will
have
have.
it. I will have it, and we have it for a suggestion of Realtor DR.
Yeah, that was something. So just for you guys to know, the first time that I met Carlos and Gerardo, he's not here right now, was at Encuentro. We sat on the beach at a cute little cafe and we met and we talked about the project together, and they were telling me and answering questions. And I think one of the first things is like, generator? And they were like,
Yes.
no, we're gonna have batteries. And I was like, um, I think our clients would really like a generator. And
Yeah.
this is how incredibly open they are to working with people and realtors and buyers and whatnot. They took my suggestion, and they have literally run with it, knowing that I have knowledge of what our buyers and our clients want to see in a project. So just, for those of you also, looking to step in to something and want more than just the financial reasons and the number reasons. Again, this is a team of people who are dedicated to getting it right. So
Yeah.
and Carlos, I'm delighted that you're part of Cabarete now. And I know that Travieso is going to be just another jewel in the crown of this really awesome place that we get to call home.
Uh,
Thank
thanks to you. You really did a better presentation that we do. So
you. Awesome. Thank you.
thanks to you.
All right. So we got another question in here from Jose. Hi, Jose again. Will the property be considered a gated community? Well, it's going to be a secured property, but generally a gated community would mean that there are multiple different things, like many houses inside an area, along with apartment buildings, things like that. So in a sense, it will be a secure property, but not necessarily a gated community, because the Travieso property has its borders and lines, and there won't be more built after these buildings are built here on this particular site.
Yeah.
Okay, so it won't
And
be
the
more.
commercial space is totally separated from the project. So if somebody is in the restaurant, they cannot go into the project or to the pool or nothing. So it's more, as you said, yes.
Yeah. All right. Well, great. If no one else has anything else, perfect timing. It is 8:01. Oh, no, wait, there's more. Oh, Felicia, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for coming. Thank you for staying. Thank you for participating. We appreciate all of you who came on tonight. And we look forward to having many, many more conversations. Everyone is going to get the presentation, the replay in an email. And you're also going to get a link for those of you who've come in from other realtors. You talk to your realtor. For those of you who are coming in and you are now inside of my little circle, you're also going to get a link to book a call with me. Book a call with me. And let's take some time and let's talk through the project even in more detail than we did tonight. We've got all the information for you, and we are looking forward to seeing you become my next neighbor, which I can't wait for. All right. Good night, everyone.
And maybe mine too.
Yes, yes. Anthony, thank you. You have a great night as well. All right,
Bye
everybody.
bye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for everything.